Singapore is a modern-day success story of wealth and achievement. It has everything from millionaires racing the streets in Ferraris to pockets of lush rainforest and incredible street food. This has to be one of the most beautiful cities in Asia. Hi, my name is Catherine, and here are 4 books that will take you on a tour of Singapore. First up is Crazy Rich Asians by Kwan. The book starts in New York, and it's the classic tale of a girl who falls in love with a boy. The couple, Rachel and Nick, travel back to his hometown of Singapore, and she starts to unravel. There is a lot about Nick that she does not know. He has been hiding just how rich his family actually is. From the moment they depart for Singapore, we traipse through the 5-star lifestyle with properties worth millions, fast cars, glorious gardens, and nighttime magic. The big question is, will all this glamour damage their relationship forever? Throw in a best friend's wedding, the biggest event ever seen in Singapore, Nick's over-controlling mother, and family feuds, and Kwan delivers a first-rate story that moves at a good pace. Kwan writes to you like you are an insider, teaching you the intricacies of modern life in Singapore, from local words like gum su ah, Cantonese for how rotten, to slang terms like ABC and American-born Chinese. If you have already seen the movie, I would still recommend the book, as there is a deeper backstory into the characters. For example, Oliver, the poor cousin with a desire for the high life, goes to great lengths to hide his actual financial status. The book is part of a trilogy, and it's followed by China Rich Girlfriend and Rich People Problems, both enjoyable reads. Book 2 is The Art of Charlie Chan Hock Chye by Sonny Lieu. This book is a graphic novel that shares the story of the growth of Singapore from the 1950s onwards, alongside the career of a fictional cartoonist called Charlie. We first meet Charlie as a young man and never quite know if he will make it as a cartoonist. Charlie, along with his friends, meet for meals and imagine the modern Singapore of today with a mixture of rose-coloured glasses and distrust of the government. Charlie's cartoons use animals, aliens and robots to tackle good and evil in the political issues of the day, from independence to racial and religious discord. The book is cleverly presented, a blend of new and old style drawings, all underpinned by solid storytelling. I have never read anything like this, and the concept is a powerful way to deliver a history of a country through the eyes of a creative. Overall, the book deepened my understanding of the gentrification of Singapore well beyond the current narrative of fishing village to economic powerhouse in 50 years. The controversial content of the book sparked an uproar in 2015 as the book was about to be published and government funding was revoked. This actually backfired and generated more publicity for the book and helped sell out the initial print run. Book 3 is Aunty Lie's Delights, a Singaporean mystery by Ovidia Liew. It's a quaint murder mystery that starts with a body washed up on the shores of Sentosa. Sentosa is a small island known as the playground of Singapore. It is full of beaches, bars and amusement parks and resorts, and it's a fun place for locals and tourists alike. The star of the book is the likeable Aunty Lee, a self-described K-Pow, that's local slang for busybody. She is like a Singaporean Miss Marple. With Nina, her Filipino maid, they run Aunty Lee's cafe, serving wholesome local food. The mystery centres around people who attended a dinner at her cafe. Is it her stepson, his jealous wife, her old friends, the Aussie tourists, or who knows? The cafe is in Bukit Tam, an area with affluent houses that is leafy and teeming with wildlife, and from our experience, some very nice people. When we're walking around the local reservoir, a kind man explained to us to put away our snacks before we got attacked by monkeys. The monkeys turned up moments later, and I was very grateful for his timely advice. In this book, I enjoyed the unexpected twists and turns and that each character is likeable in their own way, no matter how flawed. Salim the policeman, as the silent hero, was one of my favourites. The author Lieu exploits assumptions based on race and position deftly. But I really liked was gaining understanding of how the maid system worked behind the scenes in these big houses. This is a short, enjoyable holiday read, and with added appeal if you enjoy food and cooking. The fourth book is Moonlight Palace by Rosenberg, a tale set in the faded glamour of an old palace in Kampong Glam area. The story is told through the eyes of Agnes, a young girl who is a mix of Chinese, Indian, Muslim and British heritage. She lives in the palace with an assortment of older relatives and boarders. Kampong Glam is a district that has maintained a lot of historical charm, with Malay, Muslim and Indian influences still vibrant today. It is full of colourful markets and roadside stalls. From the moment I stepped onto the main road, I was overpowered by the strong smelling spices and intoxicating flowers. The story is set in the 1920s and the British are still in charge. They, along with the Chinese and speculators, have their sights on acquiring the palace. Agnes, as a smart girl, but naive about people, will she be swindled out of her family inheritance, and what will happen to her elderly relatives? What I liked about the book is how Rosenberg incorporated so many different races and religions into the storyline authentically. This delivered some insights into how Singaporeans have proudly adapted the melting pot of races into a unique culture you experience in the Singapore of today. And that's just 4 of many books set in Singapore, Lieu. For a small country with just 5 million people, Singapore's diverse cultures and history lend well to storytelling. I can't wait to go back and explore more of Singapore. Let me know in the comments below what you like about Singapore.